Y'all, okay, so two things real quick. I did not know that I can get fat from drinking. I was talking to ChatGPT the other day. Look, before you judge me, because that's what I was saying. That's why you don't know nothing, because you always talking to ChatGPT. You always in AI. You never thinking for yourself. Okay, that's one thing. But pause. I didn't know I could get fat from drinking. Number two, I did not know Casanat was holding Streaming University in Atlanta today, June 16th at 1 p.m. at Georgia State. But one thing he said is, if you making them AI posters, you might as well not come. And I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Don't shoot me. But listen, it's so many creators out here, so many big creators. I'm not saying it makes them right, or I'm not saying it's making this wrong. But it's so many creators out here who use AI, and now it's getting to a fact where now you have to start notifying when you're using AI. Like Facebook has an option, YouTube has an option, most platforms, because you can move so more efficiently, using AI. Now most platforms are saying, hey, you need to notify us when you're using AI. Hey, we're going to put a label on it when you're using AI. But I'm pretty sure people don't care, because people have been using AI for a long time, and not just ChatGPT. Y'all, I mean, I just feel like adulting is so hard. Like, it's so much to worry about. Like, I feel like this week, I feel like I be trying to level up each week, but still like trying to build on the foundation that I already have for myself. Like, keeping my content consistent, save money, invest money, make sure my health is good, you know, take care of the house, make sure I eat right. That's another thing. Like, I finally cut out eating like red meat, and I understand that there's iron and nutrients in red meat. I just don't like the taste of it. And I feel like if I cut out chicken at this point, then it's just gonna be maybe fish, but I'm not a fish eater like that. What you trying to say? But yeah, I don't really eat fish like that. I like some fish sticks. The silence is killing me. I love me some good fish sticks. I love me some good fish fillets. But yeah, I feel like then it's just gonna be nuts. It's just gonna be nuts, salad, and things like that, or some other ways I can get protein. But like I said, going back to the beginning of this video, I feel like I've been, well, no, I ain't gonna say all my weight gain has been like, and then I just really started my diet and like exercising regularly, so I can't really just judge my journey off of a week or 2 weeks of being solid and doing what I'm supposed to do, as far as in like having a protein, having a vegetable, sometimes forgetting the starch, and prioritizing rest. I feel like a lot of weight gain too came from like a lot of restless nights, because people don't talk about like content creation can like starve you of your sleep if you let it, depending on how serious you are. And I'm someone who's very serious, and I'm type of person, I probably would have went on to audition for Streaming University if it wasn't for the AI comment thing, because yeah, Kai said he always has an eye out in the streets, and I feel like if he seen me regularly post, because I just went viral for a couple different posts, like my gaming, my dancing, a couple different posts, and I'm so appreciative every time I go viral. I be shocked, but I don't know how to act. Like, it's not like mega viral. It'd be like 50K on average, or it'd be like some of them be like 100K, every now and then. But like, I'm so used to like, because virality is not like, I don't know, it's just not something special to me anymore, because it sporadically happens so many times. Like if I hit a couple times where my videos are doing a million, or like 700,000, then I'd be like, okay, like I'm really hitting something. But I know that's to come, but it's just not doing that right now. It's very much in the space of like 300K, or I don't know if I ever had like a million view video, but I got close to it. But it's not about, for some people it is. And maybe I need to start taking it a little more serious, so I can have my millions videos that get a million. But I feel like it's more about consistency, than worrying about hitting a million, or keep worrying about going viral. But yeah, I just feel like every week, somewhat, I be trying to put points up on the board, okay? Quality over quantity. And sometimes my quantity do be a lot. Like, I've been trying to make sure I do the format correctly, because it really is down to a science when you're doing content creation. A lot of people don't think it's down to a science when you're doing content creation. And I've actually aligned that along with how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your money can't make money, or if your food is not something that's nutritional to you. So like what I learned recently is like when you're making long form content, like a lot of people do shorts based off of the long form content, or you can do shorts and make that into a long form content. So just like how you spend money, like if you invest the money, you invest the money into something that can grow your money, or if you eat, you know, one, two, three, four small meals that'll be your meal for the day instead of just eating one large meal. You get what I'm saying, at one time. Or you do um 5 minutes of workout, 4 or 5 minutes of a workout a day, and then that equal up your exercise for the whole day instead of just having one whole session of a workout. And I had family members who did that, like set, and this reminds me of iCarly too. When I believe it was Spencer, where Spencer had set himself on a like timer where he did like spurts of workouts or whatever, and when his timer went off, that's when he was supposed to be doing workouts or whatever. That was on iCarly. But yeah, I just feel like that's what I really been applying to my life, and that's how content really been helping me as well. Like feeling like I'm growing. But can we just talk about this for a second? Like, does anybody else deal with like dry hair, or like I feel like I do like keep, because you can see the shine on it sometimes, but I feel like it be getting so dry sometimes. Like, who knows the perfect formula for like beard? Because I have like this cream, I have like a oil, but no shade to my white people, okay? But I feel like those brands. And I don't know if I need to use something like Shea Moisture or Cantu. I ain't never been in all that for like moisturizing my beard. I get a little I use whatever I bathe with, you know what I'm saying? Whether that be Axe, Old Spice, Dr. Bronner's, and I get up in there, wash it, and then, I put a little moisturizer. I can't think of the names. I just use some beard oil. It's like maybe the little blue box or little container. I'll come back in the next video and let y'all know what I use. Or I had like a real old container. Or I use like beard balm I had got from my uncle from a long time ago. But I mean, it does the job. But people be asking me sometimes. So let me know in the comments what you use. So when people ask me, because they see my beard and they be thinking it's so thick and full or whatever, and they be like, well, what do you do? Because I can't really grow a beard, and I don't know how to really moisturize it. And I just be like, it's genetics. It's genetics. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just let me know how I can moisturize this a little bit better, and what's a good brand that works for you, or a good routine that you use to you know moisturize your beard and keep it healthy. And that brings me to a story. I remember when I was at Clark Atlanta University. I graduated from there in 2022. I remember this one guy. He used to say, "I want to get my beard perfect. I don't want to mess my beard up." And this was during COVID time. And he was like, I don't want to mess up my beard shape." And we was wearing masks. And he came next to me and I said, "Sir, I need you to pull your mask up above your face." He said, "I don't want to mess up my beard." Well, I'm not finna serve you. You're not gonna make me sick constantly. You want your beard to look a type of way because when you in class, you got your mask on. So what is you talking about? You want your beard to look a certain type of way, sir? Follow the rules. You are not special, okay? In case nobody told you today, you're special. Shout out to Lizzo. But yeah, I just feel like those are a couple things I've been going through. I make sure that I consistently catch the bus every day. I remember I used to want to, let me tell you something. Life will teach you lessons. When you're trying to go somewhere in life and you're trying to get somewhere, you will become, I guess the word is lackadaisical, or you will become lazy or comfortable when you are not trying to really achieve anything. But when you're really trying to achieve something, you'll realize how many sacrifices you'll make in order to get those things done. So y'all know I've been apartment hunting and like really trying to get my funds together, because I'm not trying to pay no more than $1,230, okay? And that's with utilities and everything included. And girl, it's looking like to the hole in the wall. Okay, if you know that song, I had my best time, y'all. Yes, I did. To the hole in the wall. Okay, it's giving that for the budget that I'm trying to live in, especially that area, I guess, too, because I want something quiet. I want a dishwasher. I want a washer and dryer and all that kind of stuff. So, girl, they saying you have to pay if you want that. Okay. But yeah, I've seen some of y'all suggestions, and I'm so very grateful for y'all suggestions that y'all give me. And it's literally a place in every single area that y'all talking about, and it's just all about the distance, because I'm not mobile at the moment. Look, one thing at a time, okay? Mobile will come, the home will come. Well, the home is gonna come before the mobile, okay? That's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do, okay? So I feel like it's a lot of things that I've been working on. And let's move on to the next thing. So yeah, I feel like I'm really good. I do have a couple places in mind that I want to go to, and I'll just keep y'all updated. And we gonna chat, and it's gonna be very hard for me to like film the process of like me moving or whatever. But I feel like the last time I did post a little bit, and it's probably if you scroll down way below on this video, I think I did. Or if you go to my Sam Advice page, I think oh no, this page. If you scroll way down, like you'll see like when I was first talking about moving from my first apartment. That's the beauty of making like content. Like you can never, well, you can't erase it, but it's really on the internet forever. Like you documenting your journey and how you made moves for yourself. And yeah, so if you scroll all the way down, you'll see me talking about my journey and about how about I got my own first place and all that kind of stuff. But also, let me see. So I kind of want to wrap this video up like this, and maybe I might end up going on another tangent. But I feel like excuse me, I feel like a lot of things I cut myself off from because I prioritize certain things. And I make like 73 videos a week, and that's including like long form shorts, reels, TikToks, all that. I make like 70 something pieces of content a week, and that's a lot. And I can understand that's how I face burnout a lot. But when I think about it, you know, that just makes me realize that the work can be done. And I know how I want my content to be done. And when I finally do build the team that I'm looking for, I know how I want my team to complete the work that I've done, because there's plenty of examples of how I want it done and how it can be done. And when you think about the big creators and all these people out here who produce mass content, like that's how they do it, that's how it's done. So it's best that I get the knowledge now and know how to do those things. um but yeah, back to, I don't do a lot of things. I really wanted to go to the circus before the circus left, but just financially, it wasn't the best decision to go. So one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I had my own apartment was, and this wasn't the reason I lost my apartment. I ended up losing my apartment because I lost my job. But some irresponsible things I did when I I lost my apartment was I went and I bought me some Beyonce tickets. I went and bought Megan tickets. I went, and that was like way out my budget. And I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get paid, and I can just go ahead and replace it. And it's like, you don't understand. Maybe you got paid bi-weekly for your second job or whatever the situation was. But I just remember I couldn't afford the rent no more because I lost my job. And well, one of them. I still had some income. You always gonna keep you some income, okay? That's one thing you need to know. Always keep you a job with some income. Um, but yeah, that was the main issue. But my point in saying that is I made sacrifices and still find a way to enjoy myself. Like normally I get my nails done. I haven't had my nails done in maybe like 2-3 weeks. And I also didn't get my nails done because of that Chow, I think his name was Rick Chow situation, where I don't have a black nail tech that I can go to, in the hood. So until I find me a black nail tech, that's when I'll go back and get my nails and my feet done, because I don't appreciate, and this is no shade. Well, yes, it is. It's all shade. I don't appreciate the Asian community, and it's not all. It's some that enable people to discriminate against black people, and I don't like that. And I don't like that we continue to feed into all these places like it's a Indian, or I don't want to get that race or nationality wrong, but basically our corner stores and stuff are ran by Indians. They're not black people in there. Sometimes they hire black people, but they don't, what I'm saying? Anyway, that's a whole stereotypical thing about them hiring black women, to run the stores, because that appeals to, I'm gonna expound on that in another video, like the whole like systematic, like the way that everything has a system, everything has a psychological like format to it, like when it comes down to it. And I really just want black people in media, in every outlet, every job, every profession, is what I'm trying to say, to educate yourself to understand that the world will play you, if you don't wake up and really use your eyes. You get what I'm saying? So, and all in all, what I was really saying is just make sure that you check in your pocketbook or your wallet, when it comes to when you're trying to achieve your goals. Sometimes things can wait, if you want fast food. It can wait. If you want to go out with your girls, it can wait the next weekend. So whatever, you got to pay your bills, or you're trying to keep gas in your car in this economy, or whatever it is, that you're trying to afford. So yeah, and the last thing I kind of want to end off is with it's Pride Month, and I don't really ever enjoy Pride because I felt shunned from my community, in a way, and I feel like Dre Baby which is like a pivotal person in our community, far as in like mess and gossip or whatever. He's like the modern gay Wendy Williams, in my opinion. Um, to each their own, however you feel about Dre Baby. But he is popular. He brought it from Bigo over to TikTok, and now he's like really big. And the Bad Boys whole situation, I just feel like I don't resonate with that kind of energy. I'm just not a messy person. I don't find mess to be entertaining. Like it's one of them guys. They go on viral. I think I watch Bigo recaps every now and then, and it just turns me off. And I'm not saying like I'm turned off from their femininity, because I love every expression of the community, whether you real femme, you trans, or you butch, or you if you dyke, stud, whatever the terminology you want to be. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but whatever your expression is in the community, I don't mean to shun against it, but it's certain type of queer people where it's just like it's distasteful to me, keeping up mess. And I just seen a viral video of these popular gay people, and I'm like, what example you think you setting for high schoolers? Because y'all not that old. It was one person who was old, but for people that's in their late 20s, early 30s, like what example do you think you setting for the younger generation? Like fighting for what? Wanting to be on Bad Boys for what? Like what does this stuff really bring you in life? And it's really just sad to me, like when I think about it, I'm like, Marsha P. Johnson didn't fight for all this, for y'all to be out here fighting and fucking. Like, I don't think that's all that homosexuality is. And I shared a post that said, homosexuality is more than just rear bumping and making out. It's more of you yearning of being with the same sex, or however, if you're bisexual, whatever you're liking at that time, or pansexual, whoever you fall in love with. It's more about your acceptance and celebrating who you are, because at a time it was a moment that we couldn't celebrate. It was a moment that we was fighting, throwing rocks at motherfucking places because people wouldn't respect us. You get what I'm saying? Like real people lived their lives and died, for us to have our rights. And I play that video about Marsha P. Johnson all the time. I want us to have our gay rights. Okay? And so many people take it for granted, and I just don't want to surround myself in that energy. I do think one day I'll be able to go to a pride parade, or like really enjoy other, queer people's energy. But just in this moment, maybe I'm finding excuses not to go. But every time I see that, I just keep that in the back of my mind, like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to experience this. Oh my gosh, like, because the energy is so, I'm just so calm. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trade. I'm not none of that. Like, I'm calm. I love who I am. I love my community. It's just, it's too much sometimes. Like, I just want to have a good time, have some drinks. If we twerking, if that energy is in there, I just don't want to bring the fighting energy nowhere near me. I can't do that. And it's more often than not that energy be like that. And it's sad to say, but I love my community, and I've been loving Pride. I've been celebrating Pride been in all my captions. So yeah, happy Pride Month. Go out there and love on someone you want. Go out there and fuck somebody you want. Okay, get drunk, celebrate yourselves, love whoever you want. Love is universal. Okay. And just do better. If you see people around you acting a fool, just not showing our community in the best light, I need you to reprimand them and say, hey, that's not what we do. That's not how you represent us. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta talk about. I feel like I had a great week. I've accomplished a lot of goals, and every week I just be ready to do it again. That's really what it is: balance and focus, and focus and balance, and do the best you can while you're here, and help somebody else out while you're here. Find service for somebody else. But until next time.